couple went on a date and ended up in a silent war over a combo meal. It wasn't the fries, it wasn't the burgers, it was the $4 upcharge and the 4 years of resentment that came with it. The goal of this video is to help you spot resentment early in your relationships. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you 4 things to look out for to see if resentment has crept into your relationship. The news says inflation is down. The grocery bill says otherwise. Rent is high, bills are rude, and your partner just asked if you really needed that whipping cream again. Of course you need whipping cream. Research shows that when inflation goes up, arguments go up, divorce searches spike, and couples retreat emotionally. Welcome to Pokes on Relationships, where we speak everything relationship. Money is one of the top predictors of divorce, not necessarily because of how much you have, but how you handle it together. So let's be honest, it's not necessarily about that extra box of oat milk that you want to buy or the extra things that are in your Amazon cart. Most times, if you think about it, it's not about the money. It's the tension. It's the stories behind the swipe. It's the stuff we never say. Welcome to resentment. Couples say, we're just stressed out about money right now. But when we peel it back, like an onion, it's never just about the bills. It's, he never consults me before spending, or she acts like I don't work hard enough. Why am I the only one sacrificing? So we say it sideways. We either say through sarcasm or silence, or how about that good old weaponized chore list that we love so much. So how do you know if resentment has started to creep into your relationship? Number 1, blame sounds logical, and the way you paint it out in your mind as you painted that your partner's the sole issue and the sole reason for your spending and you could do nothing wrong. But really, when you think about it, is it really your partner's fault that the stock market just crashed? This is how we rationalize the blame game in our mind, as opposed to just taking a step back and saying, how can we as a team start to look at our spending habits and start to look at the way we view money differently? So what you can do instead is have a conversation. Just sit down and say, hey, can we have a conversation about our attitudes and about our views concerning money? Or sometimes you want to oversimplify issues thinking that one thing is the solution, but definitely when it comes to money, it's really very context specific and nuanced. Use languages like we to create shared accountability. And number 2, you keep a scoreboard in your head. So let me explain. You say things like, I ended up packing the laundry, I did dinner tonight, and then it becomes like a tallying thing of competition between you and your partner. It creates this sort of me versus you attitude in the relationship. It doesn't create a conducive environment for both of you to be able to simply say, hey, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed about some of the things that we need to do in the house and outside of the house. And sometimes if you have kids, that adds another dynamic. And the environment of competition really kills the connection, when really the underlying factor is that perhaps one person is not feeling appreciated as much, or they just feel overwhelmed because they need extra help, but they don't know how to communicate it clearly to the other partner. And if anything I'm saying resonates with you, share your experience with us in the comments below and tell us about how you came out of your challenges during marriage. And also complimenting and showing appreciation for where your partner has gone out of the way to do the little things. And then number 3, conflict is repetitive, but it's unresolved. Arguing about the same thing over and over again, but nothing really changes. That can be really frustrating and discouraging and draining, to be honest. And this is a common cycle in relationships. It's not that your partner doesn't care. It's just that the tools for conflict resolution is either not really developed or it's just not there at all. Rather, approach why you're fighting. And then the 4th thing is you feel exhausted after small conversations. Something as small as planning small tasks can seem so draining and exhausting, and that is because beneath the surface, the small talks are carrying very big unresolved energy. And just to give you an idea of what this may feel like, you're sensitive about little things. A little side look could just for you be interpreted as something completely opposite to what your partner is thinking about. You're shying away from conversations because you've already braced yourself for disappointment, and you feel like every interaction with your partner is like a test. This is a very good indication that resentment has crept into your relationship and you need to resolve it. Most resentment stems from needs that haven't been communicated clearly, or if they have been voiced, they haven't been acknowledged. And here's the thing. Let's say you resent something or your partner resents something, but the other one is fine. What ends up happening is you pull back, and your partner will, or you perhaps, you feel the pullback, and that's what's dangerous about resentment. It's contagious. And so I would really advise, don't try and cope with it. Don't try and manage it, because if you manage and you try and cope with resentment in your relationship, it could really lead you to a point of no return. It will only disappear when the real issue is brought to light and both parties are made aware of it, and both of you find ways on how to resolve this issue and move forward. And let's be clear, this is not about being right and winning an argument. It's about getting clarity. It's about re-establishing that connection again and clearing the fog. And so you might be saying, okay, I agree with you. I'm seeing some patterns of resentment in my relationship. Pokes, what do I do next? Number one, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but really download that guide and you and your partner do it together so that you can both get right. The goal of this guide is simple. And that's just to help you reconnect again so that you can build something that is solid and that can weather any storm. So drop comments below. Let me know your thoughts on what if you've ever experienced resentment in your relationship and how did you come back from that? Or let me know if you're going through these things and if you would like further assistance on how to deal with this in your relationship. DM me, send and write your comments. Let us start rebuilding relationships together. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very happy you're here. And until next time, bye-bye.